Hey everybody, and welcome to Q&A Wednesday, where I answer your questions about your health and fitness goals. And I usually pick something that has been asked relatively a lot recently, because of course, if lots of people are asking it, it's probably important. So today, last week we talked about how hard you should work out and how hard you should be exercising depending on your goal. This time we're going to talk about whether nutrition or exercise is going to make a bigger difference and which one should you make a priority. And obviously both should be included, but I think there's a little bit of miscommunication and misunderstanding about which one is going to help people reach their goals faster, because I do get a lot of clients come in and they say, well, you know, I'm working out hard. Why am I not seeing any changes? And my answer is usually because you're still eating garbage. So really, we're going to talk about that tonight. Which one's more important? They're all important. We're also going to talk a little bit about how they're all interrelated, and what you can do to make sure that you are optimizing your schedule, your situation, and really getting what you need to out of it. Now, this applies to everyone, right? Because, you know, yes, when you're younger, you can usually get away with eating a little more garbage, and, you know, it doesn't necessarily apply to you as much you might think, right? But unfortunately, whatever you're doing in your teens and 20s is going to significantly affect you as you get older. So it's really important to address that now, right? Plus, we're seeing some really crazy things like, you know, even insulin resistance in toddlers, which is super scary and not okay. So really, let's kind of buckle down. It's going to be a short option tonight because it is really warm in my studio. Working on that, got some options going. So I'm pretty excited about that. Also, really quickly, want to shout out to you that we have a new platform available. We're calling it a partnership platform, where if you don't have the availability, or, you know, whether it's a financial issue or whether you just don't have the time or the focus to work with an online coach, I do have a new education platform that I'm going to share with you, and I'm going to drop the link down below for you to check that out. It's only $5 a month, and you're going to get very specific, to the point, truthful information, starting with Nutrition 101, on how your body works, because I'm finding that most people have no idea. They don't know what macros are. They don't know how nutrition applies to them. And the things that most people think are healthy really aren't. So that's a big part of it. So check that out. It's awesome. And I'll be adding more content to it all the time, because, you know, that's what I do. I love to educate. Okay, so let's talk about it. So really, there's, you know, it's hard to kind of give a priority list, only because they are all so interrelated. So what I want to say is that I do tell my clients when I do that initial consultation with them that nutrition determines size, exercise determines shape. And what I mean by that is you technically can lose weight, although, you know, I don't like that term. You can burn fat, right? It's potentially what you're eating. When you eat more healthy whole foods, you're going to get a better response from your body about trying to get rid of those extra inches. And I don't like to go with weight, because of course you can't determine what that comes from. I can lose weight super easy, but it's going to come from my muscle, and that's not what I wanted to do, because my muscle's metabolic. I actually get to eat more because I have muscle. So again, it's really focusing on the right thing, which is burning off that fat, which is extra storage, extra energy being stored on your body, because your body doesn't need it at the moment, or you're just eating the wrong things, because you eat for nutrients and vitamins and minerals, not just for calories. So again, topic for another time, but just keep that in mind. But what I would tell you is even more important than those two things is sleep. Sleep is number one. I've actually, over in the past, had clients, we've kind of come up with an agreement that if they don't get at least a certain amount of sleep, there's literally no benefit to trying to exercise, because your body can't it's not recovering at night, because you're not getting that cycle of sleep, right? So that would probably be the most important. But if you look on the flip side of sleep, you know, a lot of people struggle to sleep, and a lot of times it's actually because people are missing certain nutrients. In particular, magnesium is a really big one. If you are low in magnesium, it may prevent you. There's several things that magnesium will help you do, but if you're missing that might be one of the things that helps you to sleep. Hey, Leanna. Oh, she's asking with a picture. That's me. I know. It's kind of weird to have pictures of me, but I just didn't know what else to put up there. So they're going to swap out soon. But if you are not eating the right things, you're going to really struggle to get the right amount of sleep. And we're talking not just get to sleep, but stay asleep. So getting the right nutrition is going to help you to do the sleep, and the sleep's going to help you to reach your health goals, whether that's lose weight. Again, let me roll my eyes again. Those things are just completely intertwined. So, you know, if you don't get enough sleep, you tend to be hungry for things that you shouldn't eat. And again, if you eat the right things, it's going to help you to sleep. So keep in mind, again, our bodies are not optimal on just calories. Our bodies are optimal on minerals, vitamins, the things that our body needs in order, even if it's hormones, right? People think, okay, well, I'm depressed because of things going on in my life. but maybe it's that you're not eating the right things, and so your body is unable to make serotonin. So again, you need to be optimal, and that's a big part of it. So sleep and nutrition really kind of play hand in hand together. But the other thing that I like to talk about is hydration. This is a good one too. People think, okay, well, but if I drink more, I'm going to pee all day and I'm going to get up in the middle of the night, and it's such a big problem. The thing is if you're drinking enough, yes, you're going to flush excess water, but actually your body will get used to it. And after a couple of days, you're not going to have to hit the bathroom every 5 minutes, because your natural diurese figures it out and knows how much to flush. The problem is if you keep stopping because you don't like to have to go to the bathroom all the time, and then you realize you feel like crap and you have a headache and you're dehydrated, and then you start all over again, and then you have to go back through all those symptoms, and you're gonna have to go to the bathroom all the time. So again, you're trying to be optimal, and if you don't have enough water, you don't work efficiently. You can't think straight. Your body, listen, when you sleep and you flush fat, if you're not drinking enough water, your body's not being optimal, you're not going to feel good. And I don't know about you, that is one of the main reasons that I stay eating healthy, doing the things I do, exercising, because I want to feel good as I get older, and I want to be able to chase my grandchildren. That is part of the reason why I do what I do. So again, hydration is huge, especially right now. It's summer, it's hot here. You want to make sure that you're taking enough water with you. It's an absolute must. This is non-negotiable, right? You've got to drink enough water, make sure, and coffee does not count, ladies. Even if you are drinking decaf, the problem is that it does not count towards your water. Even though it's not a diuretic like coffee with caffeine, your body doesn't absorb it the same as it does water. So it doesn't count towards your daily intake of water. So your goal isn't necessarily to drink 1 or 2 gallons or whatever, but it is to make sure you're drinking enough so that your body can flush. And hydration wise, it's not just water, it's your electrolyte balance. So that is calcium, magnesium, potassium, trace minerals, and water, sodium, right? So you want to, of course, you want to get those through actual food, right? Our bodies work best with food. That's how our bodies were designed. Supplements are okay, especially good multivitamin. We don't always get everything that we need, but it's important to try to get, it's much more bioavailable if you get it through actual foods, right? And it can't just be garbage food enriched with that stuff. That is not okay. All right, so we talked about sleep, hydration, nutrition. I want to throw in there mental and emotional health, because honestly, now, again, exercise and mental emotional health overlap, because I don't know about you, but to me, the gym and working out is my therapy. It's where I get out my aggression. I tell people I lift because punching people is frowned upon, right? And I don't know, right now there's some frustration going on around our country. So there's huge benefits to exercising, but if you don't have your sleep and nutrition in line, you're not going to get your best benefits from the exercise, but it's beneficial. Now, really quickly, there's a difference between cardio or cardiovascular exercise and strength training. They do different things, and you need some of both. And listen, I don't even care how old you are. My oldest client was 83 years old, and she just wanted to make sure her core strength was good, and she was awesome. She was one intense little old lady, and it was so fabulous working with her because she wanted it. She wanted to remain independent. So it doesn't really matter where you are in life. Those things are important. How much you do just depends on your goal and what you're working for. But if you're doing just cardio, you are not receiving the benefits of the strength training. You don't have to be some crazy bodybuilder or CrossFit person or whatever. Sometimes it's just about keeping your body strong and healthy. So again, there's a little bit of everything. You're actually better off to apply a little bit of attention to each one of these little things we're talking about, sleep, hydration, nutrition, mental, emotional health, and exercise. It's all important. And if you give a little bit of attention to each and you're consistent about it, you're going to get way more massive compounded results than if you just do one. You probably have seen someone who's like, dude, I'm killing myself in the gym every day. How come I don't look any different? Because you're missing out on all these other things. They all overlap a little bit. So which one is more important? They're both obviously important. They're both a priority, but you're going to find that even if let's just say that you're in a position where you can't exercise, maybe you have an injury or something's going on, you can't exercise yet, you can still make an incredible amount of progress when you work with your nutrition. So keep that in mind. They're both important, but they talk about abs are made in the kitchen. 85 to 90% of what most people's goals are has to do with nutrition. And even if you are an athlete that has some focuses, when it comes to exercise, they know to support it with the nutrition they need, or they're not going to be able to have enough energy or strength or endurance to get where they, to reach their goals. So hopefully that helps. Yeah, it's really warm in here. I gotta move my studio. It's a little too much, but hopefully that helps. You guys, I get my very best ideas from you. If you have a great question that you'd love to answer, if you'd like to see a video on it, ask me. You can either drop a line down below, drop a comment. You can communicate with me directly through Facebook Messenger. I do respond, I swear, right? If you want to see any past episodes of Q&A Wednesday, I want to say there's like 214 past episodes, and then there's like 114 episodes of Meals with Melissa. You can hop onto YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel under Fillmore Fitness. Make sure you hit the subscribe or hit the notification bell so that you do get anything new that comes up. And of course, that platform, the partnership platform is coming up. Like I said, $5 a month, you're going to get very specific, simple, educational videos on really how your body works with nutrition. So have an incredible evening, you guys. Until next time, that is Q&A Wednesday. Have a good night.